Autumn has arrived. The forest is enveloped in radiant freshness. Golden leaves swirl in the air and fall softly to the ground, covering it with a multicolored carpet. The trees near Timmy's house seemed to be dressed in colorful garments. A light breeze carried the scent of damp earth and rotting leaves. Autumn in the forest was warm and peaceful. Jimmy stepped outside, took a breath of fresh forest air, and headed toward Timmy's house. He had a feeling it would be a beautiful day. They agreed to go for a walk in the forest and pick mushrooms. Timmy was already standing inside the house, admiring the sun's rays filtering through the branches, creating golden patterns on the ground. A breeze stirred the leaves like confetti. "Hi, Timmy, I'm here," Jimmy said. "What a beautiful and colorful autumn. Can you smell that delicious scent? The fresh scent of pine and the spicy aroma of mushrooms? Let's go mushroom picking together." "Yes, Jimmy, we'll go mushroom picking and have a picnic," Timmy replied cheerfully. "Just don't pick fly agarics like last time." And the boys burst into joyful laughter. "Why did we pick inedible mushrooms last time?" Timmy asked in surprise. "Because red fly agarics are very similar to our mushrooms, only ours are more golden. But someone didn't listen to me, and this winter we ran out of mushrooms," Jimmy replied mischievously. "Now I'll listen," Timmy smiled, listening to the sounds of the forest, the rustle of fallen leaves underfoot, the creaking of branches, the soft whisper of the wind, the patter of raindrops. They walked along a forest path, talking about the beauty of autumn, peering under the trees again and again in search of mushrooms. "Look at this beautiful place. Let's have a picnic and relax for a bit," Timmy suggested. "We didn't find any mushrooms, so at least we'll have a sandwich," Jimmy replied cheerfully. "I wonder why even regular sandwiches taste so good outdoors," Timmy said, chewing sweetly. "Probably just from being outdoors," Jimmy replied. "Timmy, I think I see something. There's something under the tree up ahead." "Let's go look," Jimmy said, pointing to a large tree. A map lay beneath an old, swaying tree covered in golden leaves. The sun's rays, filtering through the sparse canopy, illuminated it, like a clue to those who dared to find the treasure. "Wow, it looks like a treasure map. What treasure does it point to?" Timmy exclaimed. "We need to study it carefully first," Jimmy replied curiously. "Look, here are the landmarks. A rock shaped like a snail, a stream, a tree with a hollow, and at the end, a round clearing with mushrooms. And the route is drawn," Jimmy said thoughtfully. "And the inscription at the end, where the sun caresses the mushroom clearing with its rays. So, here they are, these treasures. This map will lead us to the mushrooms." Timmy exclaimed joyfully. "Let's try it, Jimmy. Otherwise, I don't think we'll find any edible mushrooms in such a big forest, and we'll have to go back to collecting fly agarics," Timmy quietly asked. Having carefully studied the map, they set out. Walking along a path that ran alongside a clearing, they examined the large stones until they came to a tree with a snail-shaped stone. "Here's the riddle. Yellow, red, and crimson falls, but does not break. Flies, spins, but is not a bird, and joyfully lands on the ground." Jimmy read it carefully. "What's that?" Jimmy thought encouragingly. It flies, but it's not a bird. Yellow? I know, Timmy cried. It's an autumn leaf. It falls, but it doesn't break. It flies, but it's not a bird. Timmy walked up to the snail-shaped rock and wiggled the yellow and red leaves with his hands. Beneath them was an arrow pointing the way. We're on the right track, Timmy said solemnly. I think we're on the right track. They walked until the path led them to a beautiful river. The water flowed slowly between trees, painted in all the colors of autumn. A piece of paper lay on a stone along the stream. Another riddle. Read it quickly, Jimmy. It's very interesting, Timmy said impatiently. It beats against the roof, dancing on the leaves. You can always hear it. In the fall, it's a frequent guest, Jimmy read and thought. Knocking on the roof, dancing on the leaves, a frequent visitor. I wonder what it is, Timmy said thoughtfully. Oh, maybe it's rain. It's definitely rain. You can see it and hear it, Timmy exclaimed. They saw a log lying by the river, on which the river's spray fell like drops of rain. And on this log there was an arrow drawn. We need to get there, Jimmy said, pointing to the path that led them from the river into the forest. Let's keep going, Timmy. We're getting closer to the treasure. They were walking along in a great mood until Timmy exclaimed, Jimmy, look at this big, beautiful tree. It looks like someone lives in it. They were walking along in a great mood until Timmy exclaimed, Jimmy, look at this big, beautiful tree. It looks like someone lives in it. Look, Jimmy, here's another riddle. I fly without wings. I whisper without a mouth. I dance without legs. Who am I? Timmy read thoughtfully. I wonder who can fly in the forest without wings, Timmy thought. It's the wind, it's the autumn wind, Jimmy cried joyfully. That's right. How clever we are. We've solved another riddle. Yes, that's right. It's the autumn breeze. Good afternoon, boys. I'm glad to see you. Suddenly, the boys heard and saw Aunt Squirrel. Would you like to know what treasures await you? Hello, Aunt Squirrel. Is this your map? Timmy asked. Did you prepare a puzzle for us in the autumn forest? Jimmy asked. Yes. We want to see the treasure, the boys answered in unison. Yes, that was my idea. Your treasures are mushrooms. Last time, you couldn't collect any edible mushrooms, so I decided to show you the clearing where they grow. Take the baskets. Aunt Squirrel replied, Follow me. And remember, pick mushrooms, but wisely. The forest is generous, but it doesn't like the greedy. If you treat its gifts carefully and appreciate them, it will show you all its riches. Look, you need to pick mushrooms with white, brown, or golden caps. They're edible, but the red ones with white spots are inedible, Auntie Squirrel explained to the children. Now it's all clear, Jimmy. Look around. There are so many mushrooms, Timmy said excitedly. Let's go pick them quickly, Jimmy replied. The clearing was strewn with mushrooms. They grew under a tree, among the grass covered with red and golden leaves fallen from the trees. They carefully collected them and placed them in baskets. See the brown caps on the mushrooms? That means you're doing it right, Aunt Squirrel praised Jimmy and Timmy. When you've filled your baskets, I'll take you home. We've picked mushrooms and are ready to go, Jimmy said. Let's walk along the path to your house. It's so beautiful there in the fall. a riot of colors and the fresh smell of rain, Auntie said. They walked through the forest, the last warm rays of the evening sun illuminating their way home. Jimmy and Timmy told Aunt Squirrel how they had searched for places on the map and solved riddles. "Well, here we are," said Timmy. "Come in and have some tea, jam, and biscuits." "Thanks, Timmy, but I have to go home. It's been a long and interesting day, and I'm tired," said Jimmy. "Yes, Timmy, I have to go home too. I'm glad you enjoyed my little mission and that everything went so well," Aunt Squirrel said tenderly. "Thank you for stopping by the autumn forest today. In winter, I'll treat you to mushroom soup and my signature mushroom pie." Timmy waved warmly to his friends as they left. Thus ended the adventure of two friends. They learned to appreciate the gifts of the autumn forest, solve riddles, and find interesting places on the map. Today, they will have wonderful dreams.
Autumn walks along a quiet path. Golden leaves swirl gently. The autumn rain falls softly as if singing, "Sleep, my dear." The squirrel carries supplies to its burrow, preparing comfort and warmth for the winter. The hedgehog has gathered mushrooms under his wings, silently carrying them to his corner. Sleep, my dear, this quiet evening. Let magical dreams come to you. The branches sway your warm peace. The forest guards you under the moon. Close your eyes, hush-a-bye, hush-a-bye. They have fulfilled their duty and sleep without worries. The hedgehog among the golden leaves, the squirrel in its cozy burrow. The wind will carry away sorrows and fears. Sleep will give you peace and dreams. Sleep, my dear, in this fairy tale, sleep. Let dreams keep you in silence. The branches sway your warm peace. The forest guards you under the moon. Close your eyes, hush-a-bye, hush-a-bye.